What's up, YouTube? I'm coming at you with part 2 of the Shadows short story. I figured it's been long enough. It's been about a week. I've been kind of slacking, and I apologize. So what I'm going to do is, with these short stories, is I'm going to go back to the last part that I read and read the last paragraph. So that way it kind of gives you a little bit of catching up. And then that way you're not lost or anything, and then I'll just go right into the next part. And so for each new segment that I'll do, I will just read the last paragraph of the last part that is already done. So we will get started. This is the last paragraph of part 1, and then we'll go right into part 2. Alright, hope you enjoy. Without fully thinking, I pressed onward towards the exit with my beam of light held steady on the door. However, when I reached the halfway mark of the hallway, what sounded like a growl accompanied the darkness, and I froze. The growl grew louder and more terrifying, so I clicked off my flashlight. Much to my horror, a shadow crawled out of its hiding place, and beneath the red exit sign appeared a dog, probably the size of a Rottweiler. However, this dog had no fur or eyes or skin, just bare muscle and fat, along with a gaze so haunting it left me even more frozen in fear. It growled and clenched its teeth. Its warning echoed throughout the basement hallway, but before I could respond, it bolted in my direction. I quivered and watched as this adorable turned monstrous creature barreled down the hallway at a speed unlike any dog I'd ever seen. Finally, my body caught up with the signals my brain was sending, and I too bolted, but back up the stairs. My pupils were dilated, and my heart thrashed against my chest. If this was a prank, I now despised the person behind it. In the hallway, 30 yards separated the monster and I. However, since it should not have even been alive, considering it was an eyeless muscle, it only made sense that it could damn near teleport. Given the fact that it had speed and I was about as athletic as a potato, my chances did not look good, to say the least. My only option was to put some distance and perhaps a wall between us. However, this thing from hell looked like it could eat a wall, but if it bought me enough time to escape, then why not try it? At the top of the second flight that I had first descended into the depths of the underworld, apparently, a door was on the right. If I could recall, this was the door to the gymnasium basketball court. The thought of running into the open didn't seem so smart, but it did seem better than dying. My flashlight beam bounced frantically from ceiling and wall to floor, mimicking my running pattern. The need to see was overpowered by the need to survive as I clambered up the stairs, reached for the door handle, and pulled with all my might, nearly separating my shoulder. It was locked. Great. Without wasting a second, I bolted back up the stairs leading to the main hallway in which I had first come from. The growling had increased in volume as the hound was already ascending those first set of steps from the downstairs hallway. I'd never ran this hard in my life, but luckily I had never had to either. I beamed my light directly onto the door and burst through it with a ferocity I had never known I had. Quickly I pushed the door closed and heard it latch, but not a moment too soon as it jolted forward from the ramming of the hellhound. Back away from the door, the loud thumping and thrashing rattled the walls and had become so loud I could even hear myself breathing as I gasped for air. It remained relentless and never seemed to tire. Suddenly the battering changed in sound, so I put my light on it once more and realized the claw marks were coming through the steel doors. This would not bode well for me if I'd stayed to find out, so instead I ran like a 16-year-old runs from responsibility. Back down the hallway where I first awoke, I checked every door in hopes it may be magically unlocked. Such hopes were dashed as I neared the end of the hall, and a piercing screech made its way through the gymnasium doors. A growling noise came through, and suddenly I had to pee. Now was not the time, nor would any time soon be the time to tinkle. I figured my best bet made to be to go up, so up I went. The second floor was just as gloomy as the first and featured numerous locked doors. With every successful door opening, a piece of faith died in me. Unfortunately for me, there were 2 more sets of steel doors between me and the dog, unless it could use the handicapped elevator, but I seriously doubt that was impossible, even for Satan's best friend. Ding! You've got to be kidding me. Near the opposite end of the hallway, I could hear the elevator doors grinding open. For some reason, there was a light coming from the elevator, which revealed none other than the hellhound, nose to the ground, searching for me. If I'd ever believed in luck, today would have been the day to stop. Since the hallway spanned the entire length of the building, I still had some time to think. Until I thought of something, I continued to ascend to the next floor. However, when I opened up the door to the next stairwell, I found myself unable to cross the threshold, mostly due to fear. In case you didn't know, a rather sizable shadow stood at the top of the stairs, and much to my surprise, seemed scarier than the thing currently chasing me. Whatever it was, it let out a bellow that nearly knocked me off my feet. Curiosity got the best of me as I shined my light directly on it. My mouth fell agape, and my mind went blank at the sight of, and this is where I trail off until the next video. So I'm going to try to have the next one up within a week, no later than a week, so next Wednesday. I'm really enjoying doing these. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying listening to them. I know my reading skills still need a little bit of work, but the nervousness is wearing off. So I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate all of your comments and your criticisms. Constructive. There's nothing ever negative. So we will get part 3 within the week, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.